What is up, team? Brandon here from Go Headquarters, bringing you today's full breakdown. So, we have some strict shoulder press for strength. We're going to pair that with bent over row. We have a fun 12-minute AMRAP with rowing, pull-ups, and handstand push-ups or walking. Should be a fun one. Let's get you going. So first up, guys, we're going to do 3 rounds. We've got 15 jumping jacks, 15 side raises, 10 total plank ups, and 5 V-ups to get the upper body and the core going for today's workout. So let's jump into these movements. So jumping jacks, everything starts down and closed. So legs are closed together, hands are down at the pockets. And then of course we jump wide and lift the arms to the overhead position. That is your jumping jack rhythm. You would be surprised at how many people screw that up and get it backwards somehow. So 15 jumping jacks. Then we're gonna do 15 side raises. So I have dumbbell access. Feel free to use plates. You can use bands by stepping on bands, whatever you've got, but we're gonna go from the side of the thigh up to shoulder height and back down in a strict manner. You shouldn't have any body English going. We don't want the arms too bent. We want a pretty stiff arm and shoulder height. So 15 of those. And for your plank ups, guys, we take it to the floor. So I like to start down in a forearm or elbow plank. What I'm gonna do is my left hand is gonna climb up to my hand first. My right hand just follows the leader. And so my left hand comes down first. So that's 1. Then I switch to the other side. So right arm leads the way up, right arm leads the way down. That was 2. Now, one main point of performance here. So if you notice, my shoulder's above my elbow. Put your hand right where your elbow was. Okay, so what I don't want you to do is just this sort of a thing. See, I'm not relocating my hand, but I'm going up to my hand, so that's no good. I want alignment of the joints. So whether you're on your elbow or your hand, it should be directly under the shoulder. So 10 total plank ups, and then we've got your V up. So we are in an extended position, arms and legs off the floor, but we're pretty tall here. We're basically gonna do a sit up and a toe touch at the same time. I'm not the best at these, but that top position is basically creating a V. That's where that gets its name, okay? The V-ups are just crushing you into something you need to work on. Just do a regular sit-up, scale that, do something easier. Especially right now, it's just a warm-up, right? So 3 rounds, 15 jumping jacks, 15 side raises, 10 total plank ups, 5 V-ups, and then we move on. Let me clear out some space here. Next up, and you'll see how these things, the next 2 items relate closely to what's coming later in the workout. We're gonna do 2 rounds, 10 seconds worth of crow practice and 5 scapular pull-ups. So for crow, I like to start in the bottom of my squat. That's a comfortable position for me. So I use that as often as I can. So from my squat, I like to get my elbows inside my legs and get a good purchase here from legs to arms. Wide fingers, and I'm gonna roll forward, and my hands are gonna plant about shoulder width apart, okay? And my fingers are still really spread. Now, so from here, I am keeping this purchase of arms to legs. I'm gonna just somersault forward gently, very gently, until I feel like my toes are just so light they don't have to push anymore and they aren't supporting me, so that I can just lift them off the ground, right? So it's not that they do a final push into a balance position, it's that I can just choose to lift them up because I can feel how all of my weight is on the hands and on this union of leg to arm, okay? So whether you have crow or not, I would just have you practice that for 10 seconds because we're warming up loading the wrists. That's gonna come into play later for handstands or push-ups, whatever you get into. So 10 seconds there. Then I'm gonna jump back to the pull-up bar for a second, but first I wanna go over the scapular pull-up here. So scapular pull-up, we're gonna hang from a pull-up bar, just a straight arm hang, so straight arm emphasis. We're basically gonna do a reverse shrug. So as you hang from a pull-up bar, it will pull you into a shrug. So my shoulders are up at my ears. What I'm gonna have you do is pull your shoulders down away from your ears, but keeping a straight elbow. Okay, so that's all you're gonna try to do on the pull-up bar and travel as far as you can without breaking that elbow joint. Just do it slow and smooth, guys. Don't have a lot of expectation for range of motion. That will usually create a fault by pulling with the arm. So right now I'm just hanging. My shoulders are up at my ears. So I'm gonna pull my shoulders down away from my ears. And that will elevate my entire body. But I am conscious about keeping those elbows locked, okay? So that's considered a scapular pull-up, and that's coming from kind of your back muscles and your shoulder blade area. So we want to be able to train how to do that, and that's going to add stability and support to that area of the body. So again, 2 rounds, 10 seconds of crow practice, and 5 scapular pull-ups. And then we're ready to get into some strength. So shoulders should be feeling pretty good by now from all the stuff you just did. So for strength, I'm going to teach this on a barbell today, but you guys are welcome to use dumbbells. We're going to do 6 rounds. So we're going to pair strict shoulder press with bent over row. 10-10, 8-8, 5-5 for the shoulder press. And we're just going to climb in weight the whole way through. And then we're going to pair that with 10 bent over row. So I'm going to demo both of these with a barbell today. I've covered these movements in the past with dumbbells. So here we are with the barbell. And I would do this shoulder press from a rack if you have access. That way you don't have to do some sort of power clean to get it up to your front rack position. So from the rack, guys, we're taking an overhand grip just outside the shoulders. If you're not sure where to grab a barbell, you can open your hands with your thumbs exposed. Bring your thumbs to the outside cap of your shoulder, boom, and then that's basically your grip, guys, right there. So we're about a thumb's distance away from the shoulder. Now, that's not 100% accurate for everyone, so you can fine tune it, but if you're further away from that, you're probably not gonna be in an optimal position. So from there, guys, feet are about hip width apart. Hands are obviously just outside the shoulders. We just went over that. And now we've got to keep the elbows, and I'll show this from the side. We want to keep the elbows forward, like underneath the bar. We don't want them back here behind the bar. We want them under or just slightly in front of the bar. Now from here, I'm going to pull my face back out of the way so that the bar path is clear. I'm going to press up to full extension. So my arms, my legs, everything is straight. And notice my head shot through, right? My head came forward all of a sudden once the bar was clear of that. So I'm going to do that in reverse on the way down, and I'm going to steer this with my elbows. So I'm thinking elbows forward, head back, elbows forward, head back, touch and go. And I just shot my head through again, right? So head back, elbows forward, touch the shoulders or upper chest, and immediately press. I wouldn't linger down here in the bottom position, okay? So again, that's gonna get heavier as we go through the rounds. You're gonna do 10-10, 8-8, 5-5, basically going as heavy as you can by that last set of 5. So bent over row, guys. For every set of presses, you need to do 10 of these. I'm gonna take the exact same grip that I just had for shoulder press. So I personally know where that is on the barbell, but again, it would be that, thumbs outside the shoulders thing. So feet are about hip width apart, so grip and stance haven't changed from the shoulder press. But now I'm gonna bend over. I can have relaxed knees where I'm comfortable, but my lumbar curve, that's this low back, guys, should be neutral. I'm gonna keep the bar close to me. It should not be out in front of me. And I'm gonna pull towards my belly button, and I'm gonna squeeze my elbows in and squeeze my shoulders down and back. So I'm squeezing all my back muscles aggressively. I shouldn't have body English like this, and we shouldn't be so heavy on the weight that it feels like we're just pulling with our arms and we aren't getting a great squeeze of our back. So I would emphasize squeeze quality there on the bent over row today. So again, for strength, back and forth, we've got 10-10, 8-8, 5-5, strict shoulder press paired with 10 bent over row. And that all can be done with whatever loads you have available. Barbell, dumbbell. You can use a plate for bent over row as well. So get creative with what you guys have got, right? Bands are good for bent over row as well. And then we are heading into our Metcon. I'll jump out of frame here for just a second. Pull in my trusty Concept 2 rower. So for the Metcon today, guys, and this is a fun one. I personally love this workout. 12 minutes, as many rounds as possible, also known as an AMRAP. We're gonna do, for the fellas, 21 calorie row, ladies, 15 calorie row. then 15 pull-ups, and 9 handstand push-ups. So for the fellows, this is 21 row, 15 pull-ups, 9 handstand push-ups. For the ladies, it's 15 cal row, 15 pull-ups, 9 handstand push-ups. Now, I'm not going to be going over the handstand push-up today, just because I don't feel like moving the camera and getting against the wall and doing that full tutorial. So I'm giving you guys some options for the handstand push-ups when we get to that point. You can either, if you like doing certain skill work, do a 20-foot handstand walk for those of you that like doing handstand walks, so you're probably going to need some gym access for this. Or you can also do hand release push-ups. So the hand release push-up is going to be a scale version of the handstand push-up. So you've got a couple options here to get kind of the same quality of workout and the same stimulus. Okay? So for the 21 or 15 calorie row, I don't think I need to detail that motion. If you need to substitute that out, guys, we need probably about a 1 minute exertion of some cardio task. So if you have a bike available, or you're a runner, or jump rope, or something to that effect, I would say give me a 1 minute alternative, okay? So crank out the calories on the rower. Then, of course, we head to the pull-up bar. Standards on the pull-ups. We start with that straight arm, which we worked on earlier from those scapular pull-ups. And then, of course, we've got to get your chin well above the bar at the top. So it's a Metcon. These don't have to be strict. If you have kipping skills, if you have butterfly kipping skills, you are welcome to use those skills in the Metcon. And then 9 handstand push-ups or a 20-foot handstand walk. I want to touch on the hand released push-up. So I'm actually going to demo this from my knees. So let's say I'm working on my push-up strength and I've trying to make some strides here. So I'm going to go from my knees, nice tight plank. My hands are shoulder width apart. I'm going to come on down and I'm going to lay my chest on the floor because I need to release my hands. And then I'm going to put them right back where they were before pressing up. So that is my hand release push-up. Now, you don't need to do anything crazy with your hands when you do that release. We just need to clear the floor. If we can swipe a credit card under the entirety of your hand, cool, you've met the standard. Just try to keep a tight plank and good arm position before pushing back up. Don't release your hands and lose everything in the process before you press back up. Try to be true to that initial push-up tension and positioning, okay? So again, 12 minutes on the clock, guys. As many rounds as possible. 21 cal row, 15 pull-ups, 9 handstand push-ups. Nothing has to be unbroken, of course. You're just going for max number of rounds. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this workout as much as I did. I thought this was a super fun one between the pull-ups and handstands. It's got that gymnastics feel to it, and 12 minutes isn't so long that you can't keep moving forward. Stay safe out there, guys. Hit it hard. Keep punching. We'll see you next time.